I'm gonna show you how to use masamadre design system. I will be doing this with zero editing and in real time, so probably boring for you. You just jump to whatever part you feel like, and let's start with this. So what I'm gonna be doing to prove this concept is a table page with its form. That's just because I'm super familiar with it. My team does a lot of table pages. So let's start with a global nav, and then a page, of course, has its body and a footer. And this is essentially what makes a page, right? So this will be people within this organization. So of course we are speaking about a flexible thing, but let's start with this resolution, which I know my company has a lot of laptops with it. All right, so to start a table, I just find a cell. Let's start with the head cell. Let's make it simple. I will leave the action so we know this is sortable, but no description and no icon. And we start with the name of people. Okay, so I'll be throwing a little bit more of head cells. So it's name, let's say it's team, role. What else could it be? Start date, status, like this person is with us, or he's not anymore, or she's not anymore. And finally, the last cell, I will leave it for the action. So this is a common pattern in my team, in my organization. Probably you're doing this in a different way, but at the end of every cell, of every row, you just hover and you know what the action is, and by default that action is edit. So we'll change this name to people head row. Perfect. So this is my head, and for the table this is my body. To make a body I just use body cells, and it will be basically the same, only that I will be adding one in here because we are speaking about people and I want to show an avatar. This is the body. Let's make this a component, this one as well. So for the avatar I will just leave an icon but swap it for the avatar. This is pretty custom, so but it's just one cell. The other cells will be pretty standard. So for those, I will leave the icon out and the action out, and I will just have a text. Whoops. Except for the last one, of course. This is an empty cell, which is the action. And then I will say, I will be writing like this, person name. So with this format, I'm telling my team that this information is coming from the backend. Name, a lot of names, role name. The date will be a date format. That's it. And the status may be also an icon. Let's do it simple, just an icon. So let's make this smaller. Let's make this what we use as a standard size, which is 10 rem, and then this will fill the thing. Let's use whatever size, I don't care. So again, this is flexible. And now we just need a table. That's what we're doing. So in my master table, I just replace the head with the people head and the body with the people body. And basically here's our table. So now in my page, I will swap this placeholder. Oh, I almost forgot about the actions. So a table usually has actions, which are the filters, and usually add something, like in this case, add person. And then the filters, in this case, it could be, let's say team, let's say role. And then every column is sortable, so that's it. That's enough. Let's use just 2 filters. And this is what I will be swapping with the body of my page. This is a per people table. Perfect. Let's make this closer together. And now swap it in here with people table. Huh. Oh, I get it. There we go. There we have our page. Basically, this is people. We are probably in one section, which is, I don't know. Thanks. This is the breadcrumbs. And I will not use description because I'm lazy right now. I'm trying to do this fast. And now we have our design. We have our table. And we are missing our form. So these 2 things are parts of the design. Actually, the design is everything, and this is the page, which is how these 2 come together. And apart from the design, I will be doing a prototype. So let's bring this to the 0 value of this axis. Perfect. I like to make this pretty clean because I like my team to come in here and say, whoa, this is tidy, so we should be tidy, or at least that's what they say in my head. So for the form, we are basically mirroring what a row has, but with other components. So for example, for the person name, I will need a text input. A basic one. And here we have the name. Then we also have the team, but for the team, I want this actually to be a drop-down. That way we are selecting a team from the teams that we already have in our system. Same goes with role. And then a date picker for the start date. We will add an end date. So the end date will inform whether this person is active or inactive. We won't be showing this in this video because I just want to make something quick, but of course, if this was to be shown with our team, that would be different. So I'm creating the form now. Let's make this a component, which is named person form. Right. And then the form goes into a model. Let's fix these sizes, these gaps. So in the model, I'm just swapping the placeholder with the form, with the person form that I just made. There we go. This is you're adding a person. This model pops up once you hit the add person button. So we want to be consistent with language. And we can do two things. We can add or we can cancel. Let's not add a description again. What else? I believe that's it. So I have my page, I have my form. Let's just build a quick prototype. Let's do it. I'm making this a component. People page. So this people page in my prototype will be inside. So that frame, which is a screen. So the screen is smaller than this. You cannot see anything outside of it, of course. But this is not the start point. So the start point is probably not the people table, but an empty stage of it. So you are in people, but you have no results. And my team already knows that this will fix the screen, will fill the screen, and the body will fill the page, and then the footer will go on the bottom. So that's a common pattern for us. And then we'll have three things. We have the start point. We have the fill-in point, and then I want to show the action of adding with this model. So models displaying the screen something like this. We use the height of the screen with a 10% less, so 90% of the screen. That's where it goes with a blocker. This is pretty common, pretty basic. We usually want to avoid actually the usage of models, but for new things, this is not anything. But if we were making anything, then we are just proving the concept of adding a person, and that's why we are taking the liberty to make this, even though it's not super user friendly. There we go. Let's take this to 0. And then it's a super simple prototype, which is called add person. So when you add, you go to the form. From the form, you just add the thing. Then I was forgetting that the end date, it's optional, so let's say that. And when the form goes, when the size of form is bigger than the model, we just fill it in and make the actions visible usually. Basically that's it. We usually show a tooltip in here that says, for example, in this case, it's a person added, that's it. But I will just leave that for the documentation. I won't use that in the prototype because this is a super easy prototype that we are loading here just to show the basic interaction. So we can already use this to show this to our team, and they can say, I hate this, or I love this, or I don't have any feelings around this. But this is it. Let's restart it. So we enter in a page, it's empty, we add something, and then we have information. Basic stuff. And that's it. I guess it was 15 minutes of, well, of course we can tidy this up a little bit. But basically, Completely new page made in what, 15, 16 minutes, and we have our page with our table, with our form, with a basic prototype. That's how we use masamadre.